Alright guys, it's Bob here, and I've got a review for you. I'm just going to quickly take them back out of the box and show you how they go, and then we'll come up and show you show you them in use and how they've been working. So these are from Honstek, and these are their P2 on-ear headphones. So you just take the plastic cover off like that, bit of cardboard. In there you've got happy, and then obviously you've got places to say whether you were happy or not, so you can share an experience on Amazon, Facebook, Twitter, and I'll give you that little scan to contact us there. And then you've also got a not happy on the back as well, so you can email support. So it's nice that they provide you with the information to do something about it if you're not happy. And there's your headset. And if you go deeper down into the box, you'll find the appropriate leads and a user manual. User manual is all in Chinese on one side and then in English on the other, so it shows you how everything all works. You've got it's a semi sort of braided, and it's a 3.5 to 3.5. Looks nicely constructed actually. It's like a stiff shoelace, I suppose, rather than like a full-on braided cable, but nevertheless it is braided, so it's nice that they provide that. And a little short USB to micro USB for charging the battery. So that's pretty much it. So I'll give you some close-ups around it here. Now it's very light, and that's because it is all basically plastic, apart from the obvious parts there. A little mark on there. It's just some muck that I've accumulated on it somehow. As you can see, you've got plenty of movement there. Plenty of movement there. It's not very well padded. There is some padding there, but it seemed quite hard. It's quite lacking the padding. Bit of fake leather over the top, but it looks and feels like leather, but it's not actually a piece of leather. Got your left and right markings on there. Strange that they've moved all the controls to the left-hand side. I did find that a bit odd. I'm always used to them being on the right, but it's just one of those things, I suppose. Plenty of stretch in there, and this is the only bit that lacks, in my opinion, from physically, is that's the only movement that you've actually got is in that like that. And I suppose that's what, there's no movement that way or anything like that. And I suppose, if anything, that's one of the biggest drawbacks with them, really. But anyway, let's bring you up and show you them on. Okay, so this is how they look fitted, guys. So, they're quite minimalistic and a good sort of fit to the head, apart from they're not very tight. Just around the bottom here there's still, now it could just be my big head, so I'd say it's they're going to fit better on a smaller head. Tension's just about sort of right. Now because of that you'd expect sort of like a fair bit of sort of lackage in the sound, basically, and you get a lot of sound leakage out. When you turn it right up, people around you can hear exactly what you're listening to. But despite that, there is a slight sort of gap there, in my opinion. But despite that, they actually don't allow much sound in. The volume from them tends to sort of like well and truly override the sound coming in, so you don't really get to hear a lot of the sounds around. People do have to shout at you to get your attention, depending on how high you've got the volume. Now there is a built-in microphone for taking calls. Calls are okay. The whole tone of it changes a little bit when you start getting calls. But other than that, music listening is actually really quite impressive. It's like I say, I've got a little bit of a mark on there. I don't know how I've picked that up. It is just muck. But you can see the branding on there that tells you what they are. So you've got the P2 on there. And then, see, I'm having to I'm still not getting used to the whole buttons being at the back on the left. It just doesn't feel right to me. They should be here. And that's sort of like the main negative to me, is that, and sort of like that little bit of lack of fit, because you haven't got that twist in there. But it's all very simple. So you've got here we go, you've got power button there, and obviously that's for your Bluetooth connection. and you got your call and play pause there for the music. Can't quite see that one. Hey, that's right. Those two are your volume up and down. So yeah, they are a quick, short press. Gives you the volume control. So it's click, click, click to go up your volume, and same down. And the long hold gives you the track skip. Sound-wise, you do get some distortion because obviously you turn these right up and then you turn up the volume on your device, whatever you've got it connected to. And volume, when you get into those basses, rather than a distortion, you tend to hear more of a sort of bit of muddiness. They sort of like, the music loses its edge a little bit and becomes more of a sort of noise. But they do work. I mean, I can't remember what the price is, but they are pretty, they are a budget priced on-ear device. I mean, a couple of hours to charge them up. I think I was getting about 8 hours out of them once, which is, it's pretty damn good. I don't suppose you can really complain for the price. There's plenty of cladding in there. They feel good on. They work. They do the job. I think I can rate them pretty well because you see, even though that padding's not really there, to be honest, it's because they're so light. You don't need lots of padding. You can wear it plenty of time. You don't get any of that sort of pain or pressure on the top of the head. But anyway, guys, if you're in the market for some, I mean, obviously now with the new iPhone come along, then they've done away with the headphone jack and trying to push everything wireless, aren't they? I mean, I know you can still listen to them with the adapter that they give you, but it's what I've always said. Wireless is the future, and it's the way it's going to go. As the quality gets better and better. So, I mean, if you're in the market for, just some low price sort of headphones, I mean, these are a nice, they're quite a nice choice. So they are the P2 by Honstek. So big thank you to Honstek for sending them out for review. And I'll leave all the links below as usual, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys. See you.